Hello, people. Welcome to the Hotspur News. Sorry, we were a little bit late. Obviously, we had a bit of technical difficulties again. I'm back with my headphones like I was yesterday. I'm in with Lewis. Max is
Hello.
not
Well, Louis,
available
actually.
to
Yeah.
do today. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Ask Max. But yeah, big news coming out today. It's kind of like a breaking news sort of live stream. Nuno Espirito Santo has apparently moved as our number one target for the Tottenham vacancy job, which is quite big news, considering all our managers in the last couple of weeks. And yeah, I wanted to see what's your thoughts on that, Lewis? Then.
Um. Ooh, hard question. I mean, I mean, when he was first announced, I wasn't too keen on it. 'Cause obviously, he left Wolves and he ditched them, and then he ditched a club that he's known so well to go to a club that's bottled literally everything. So, um, I'm not. I won't be. If he does come, I'm not. I'm not. I won't be happy.
I mean, with saying that all, we are a bigger club than Wolves. Let's be real. Wolves don't have European football. I know we have dropped the Conference League, but we still have European football. And I think at the end of
Yeah,
the day, I think,
true.
um, I think look at the job he's done at Wolves the last 2 years. He's been at Wolves. He's the first 2 years, if you discount this year in the Premier League, seventh place, seventh place in the league. So yeah, I think he's still quite a good manager. I think he had some good talent on Wolves, but he still did overachieve. Let's be real.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it'll be interesting because I said when if Mourinho goes at the end of the season, I think Nuno wouldn't be a bad idea when he was at Wolves, even though they were being shit. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's also won a couple of trophies. He I think won the league with Porto as well.
yeah, yes.
So yeah, yeah. So I'll give you the details. So Daniel Levy didn't actually want him at first. Um, Obviously, then Fabio Patricio came in, and he must have convinced him to get Daniel Levy, Nuno. So, what's your thoughts on that then, Lewis? Like, do you trust Patricio?
Um, I do trust him because he's got some good deals. Yeah, and he's he said quite a lot of good stuff about us the last sort of like couple of weeks. Yeah, and all the managerial like vacancies, who's going to be appointed and stuff. And yeah, so I trust him. I like second. I trust him.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah, I think,
Yeah,
yeah, I think he's a good manager. Um,
yeah. Hopefully.
I think as well. Obviously, with his track record at Juventus, he's obviously appointed Allegri. I think he
Mm-hmm.
appointed what's his name?
Uh,
He appointed Pirlo. Not a great job though.
yeah, Villa.
Um, so
And Larry's
yeah, you got
come back.
Allegri, and I think I can't remember Conte. There you go.
Conte.
That's a very interesting one because Conte was really shit at the time. He got sacked in Serie B, and he came
Yeah.
into England and he did well. So that's an
Mm-hmm.
interesting one.
And then
Obviously,
obviously
I think it's
Allegri's come
probably
back
Nuno.
to.
For me,
Hmm?
but obviously I can understand why it's trending on Twitter, but we'll go into that later. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, I think
Let me just get it up the post.
what post?
The one that someone put it about trending. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Uh,
saw on hashtag No to Nuno
no to Nuno. I saw
trending.
that. Yeah, there you go.
It's
No
number
to
one
Nuno.
in the UK. There you go. Actually, I didn't know that. I thought it was four. But
Four point
yeah, that's
four
quite
point
surprising.
eight
Obviously,
thousand
shows that
tweets.
our fan base doesn't really want Nuno as our like club manager, obviously. So yeah, that is very interesting. Um, I believe. Uh, so yeah, and also if we look at it, I mean, at the end of the day, me, you, every other Tottenham fan, possibly Daniel Levy as well. I mean, you look at it, I think that's more because of they just think, oh, we're getting Conte or Ten Hag. When realistically,
Yeah.
Nuno and Potter are the only two that are really realistic. And Potter probably won't even come to us because he probably wants to stay at Brighton.
Yeah, Potter will probably stay at Brighton because Potter knows how to play football at Brighton. Like he knows like the
I'm
club
sure he could
well.
do that
He
at
not
Tottenham.
he knows how he knows the players well, obviously.
Yeah, but obviously, I think Graham Potter. I think he wants to stay at Brighton because of the project, and I think maybe he doesn't want. He wants to be loyal to the club. And then you've got, Nuno, who's not even in a job because he didn't leave Wolves. I think he got sacked, I believe, which is a really big surprise. Um, but yeah, I think Nuno would be a good mention for us. But I'm seeing people say Mourinho 2.0, this and that, and like how he's like just pragmatic, which is not entirely true because I've watched Nuno's games and Wolves are quite good at scoring goals sometimes. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're quite decent attacking wise. I know their XG last season was quite high. I think he'll also bring some Wolves players with him as well, possibly like Ruben Neves,
Raul,
Raul Jimenez maybe. Um,
Jalmatinho.
yeah, not many great ones. Maybe Pedro Neto. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I
Yeah,
mean, fair play
maybe.
if we get Ruben Neves because
I
Ruben
was
Neves
gonna
is
ask as
sick.
well.
Yeah. Hmm?
He's all right. I don't think he's that good, but yeah. I also wasn't wanted to talk about because as this is the Spurs Weekly Roundup, episode
Go on.
2. I wanted to talk about some of the transfer news. Dusan Vlahovic from Fiorentina has been talked about as an option for Tottenham if Harry Kane was to leave. With apparently he scored 21 goals for Fiorentina last season, and he was in Serie A as well. That's quite decent for Fiorentina side that
Yeah.
finished lower half of the mid-table. To get 21 goals is very, very impressive. Apparently they want 60 million, and we're rivaling AC Milan and Atletico Madrid for a signature. Now, honestly, in my opinion, I don't know if your opinion, I think he isn't the right Kane replacement because I think I saw something saying 3 of his goals, only 3 were without one-touch finishes.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it depends how we're going to play. So let's play, like, for example, with Nuno. I think he's going to want like a similar player to Kane because you saw with Jimenez where he was very successful. Jimenez was kind of a creator. He dropped deep and he scored goals, like provided for his wingers and stuff. He was more like a complete forward. Like he used to dribble, he used to hold up the ball quite well, he used to come deep, run from position. So I don't think Dusan Vlahovic would be ideal, and I don't think he is that. I think he's more of a target man striker. He's a poacher, sort of. And I think for 60 million, that's too much money. What's your thoughts though?
Um, I don't really know too much about this
Your
guy
mic.
because hello.
Oh, you can hear you now.
Uh, I don't really know too much about this guy
No,
because
your mic's delayed.
huh?
Just keep.
Hello.
Lewis, don't worry, don't worry. Just keep talking.
All right. I don't really know much about this guy because I don't really watch what league of Fiorentina in. What league of Fiorentina in, Josh? Hello.
He's in Serie A. Sorry. Bit
Okay.
delayed.
I don't really watch that much Serie A, so I might need to do a bit more research to like to what like to get see if his goals and if you know what I mean, like to look at his goals and stuff. But how old is he? How old is he?
bit awkward because I'm listening to you and you're like quite delayed, so it's a bit.
Uh,
Sorry, I know we've been on for only 10 minutes, Lewis. This things like it happens with Max sometimes. Don't worry.
yeah,
Yeah, I do agree with you. If you look at his goals, he's got good amount of goals.
yeah,
He's I think 23, so he's quite
yeah.
young. No, he's 21, I believe actually.
He's
So
quite
he's
young.
very young for a striker to get 21 goals.
Yeah,
Um,
and to be
Obviously,
honest,
he's a decent little player.
yeah,
But honestly, for me, I wouldn't sign him. But yeah,
yeah.
that's
But
my opinion.
to be honest, if he does sign, he would have competition with likes of Dane Scarlett, Troy Parrott, Alfie Devine, all that lot. Yeah, because we'll have competition with the likes of Sonny and stuff. Because who would get into? Personally, for the first half of the season, I put him in the youth team, and then if he's ready, and I'd give him a shot for the first team, so he can gain that potential.
All right. So the next part is going to be about the obviously the mystery player, who is
Oh
probably Yoki
yeah, I heard
Anderson,
about that.
but
I don't know who it is though.
the mystery player, I can't hear this, but the mystery player that called Yoki Anderson, where he's basically apparently supposed to be coming to Spurs, um, which is quite an interesting one for me, because
I can't hear you.
you can't hear me.
Oh,
I'm
I can hear
speaking.
you now. I can hear you
Alright.
now.
So alright, so I'll just talk about this now. So Joachim Anderson is joining Tottenham, I believe. Well, not Joachim Anderson, the mystery player, who I think is Joachim Anderson. But I think a mystery player is joining Tottenham. He's agreed terms with the club, and he's
When did you get
obviously
me now?
signed and everything. But they're just waiting on the manager to announce it. So who do you think this mystery player is? Obviously, just like I say, Joachim Anderson, centre back for Fulham, been linked with him for quite a long time. Um,
Uh,
and he's
uh,
apparently he's been linked with a couple other Premier League clubs.
oh,
So
to
it
be honest,
probably is Joachim Anderson. Let's be real, because it points all to that. But what's your thoughts?
could be Joaquin Anderson. I'm going to go with the striker that we said. Wait, I'm going to go Joaquin Anderson as
Okay,
well.
yeah, because I believe it's most likely him. And I saw Dusan Valic. I saw something about him as well. He's apparently joining London club, but I don't know if that's true
Yeah,
because it was just a
because
free
I
signing.
saw on TFCH official, TFC News official that it was announced that a mystery player was joining us,
Yeah,
and
I saw
we
that.
don't know who.
I don't know why the Athletic haven't said anything on it. Maybe it's a big transfer that we don't know about. But yeah,
Maybe it's the one that we haven't been linked, or maybe it's just Gareth Bale getting his loan extended.
no, because it said that it was Premier League clubs they're interested in. I haven't seen any Premier League clubs linked. And it's a new signing, so they would have told us if it was Gareth Bale. But yeah, I'd be interested to see who that is. I think the only two really that it can be are Anderson and Sabitzer.
Yeah. Also, I've got
Although
something to talk
I
about.
think it will probably be Joachim Anderson, because let's be
Yeah,
real.
I've got something to talk about. The mental health preseason tournament, with Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal
Oh
are
yeah,
competing in August.
oh
So
yeah, I
yeah,
saw that. So we are playing Chelsea and Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium
and
in.
Chelsea away and Arsenal away in a mental health raising a charity preseason tournament for mental health. I think it's for Mind. Is it? I think it's for Mind. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the Mind one I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's quite interesting.
I'm
Obviously,
hopefully going to try and get tickets for the Arsenal.
probably the only two times that we're going to beat Chelsea and Arsenal this season. Um, because we're not beating both of them.
And
Maybe Arsenal. But
every £5 from a ticket goes towards Mind. And I'm probably going to try
oh,
and
is
see
it?
if I can get a ticket because for a
Yeah.
good cause. But
I would recommend, obviously, mental health is quite an important thing.
as lots of
Um,
people have been
yeah.
suffering during
Well,
lockdown.
all of us have mental health, so it is an important
Yeah.
thing. But yeah,
And
a lot of
if
people
you're
suffering
not
from
even a
that as
Tottenham
well.
fan, I suggest that you try and go down to one of the games because it's sorry, it's getting emotional. It's just it's a good cause to raise money for. Oh, hello, there's someone in the chat.
Oh, there's
Destroyer.
2 people actually.
2 people.
Hi
Destroyer.
lads. Hello, Destroyer681.
How are you
Hello
doing?
there.
Hope you're doing
Whoever
okay.
you are. Um,
We don't know who you
hi.
are, but
There's
hello.
second. There's 2 people in the chat as well, which is a bit mental.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could be having an announcement very soon regarding something, but
It
we're not going to
might.
tell you yet.
Well, maybe. Um, yeah. You just got a chat in here. We've been talking about the Nuno situation and our thoughts on it. Bloody hell, we got 3 people in.
Oh wow. Oh, hello, Bodie.
Oi, Bodie. Hello,
Hello.
Bodie.
I know
Finally
it's
got you.
Bodie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
it's
Wanted to be on it.
on.
Yeah, Bodie obviously isn't on it with us today.
Yeah.
Because I know this is Bodie. Yeah, obviously Bodie had a bit of technical difficulties.
Any
This
news on that
obviously as
mystery
well.
signing?
Huh?
Someone said any news on the mystery signing?
Someone said that. Oh, any
Yeah.
news on the mystery signing? Nah, mate. We were discussing that though. Just like literally about now, who we think he'll be.
This guy.
I said I think it's probably Anderson from Fulham because I saw
Right on.
he's been linked with a couple Premier League clubs in the last day. That's
What day is it
what they're
expected
trying
to
to
be?
tell us.
What day is it supposed to be announced?
Who?
The signing.
The signing, yeah. They're just waiting on the manager, aren't they?
Yeah, I think he thinks it's Sabia from RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig?
Sabitzer, sorry. I
Sabitzer.
think it. I think so. It's
Well,
Sabitzer.
I don't think.
I
I
don't know
doubt it.
because he's been linked with I think Man U and Arsenal, and then he's been linked with. Correct me if I'm wrong
Chelsea.
about Man
Chelsea. He's
U.
linked with Chelsea.
Oh, he's been linked with Chelsea. Yeah, so possibly, but I don't think he'll probably be in the Euros right now with Austria.
Yeah, he'll be in other countries. He'll be in like.
Yeah, so but it
What,
might be his
what,
agent
what's it
sorting it
from?
out, but we don't know. We don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's like the Billy Gilmore of
who else?
Norwich thing.
As soon as I saw that, I immediately thought Anderson. Yeah, mate, I agree with you as well.
It's the thing is with Cyber, it's like the Billy Gilmore Norwich talks because Billy Gilmore could be going to Norwich.
Yeah, but that's not Tottenham news. So, yeah. So as soon as I saw that, I merely thought, I obviously thought Anderson as well. Um, yeah. Um,
Who would you take,
yeah.
Potter over Valvez or Nuno? Would you take Potter over?
What Valverde, Potter, or Nuno? I'd probably take Potter at this point.
I'd go Potter too.
Yeah, I would take Graham Potter. I think Valverde's a good manager though. I really do like.
Yeah, but I think because Graham Potter's an English manager and he plays for the Premier League and
The
he
thing
manages
with
the Premier
Nuno
League.
is though, the thing with Nuno is a good manager, but I just like the thing with Nuno is I think those two are better.
Yeah,
Obviously we were talking about before the Nuno situation and what's going on. He's now our number one target, and we progressed talks in the last day with him to where he's our leading target now. But I'll read these out. Let's hope he's good and he's useful for us. Yeah, I think Alisson would be good and useful. Nuno easy, Bodie thinks. Let's hope Potter rebuilds his team. Well, probably won't be Potter, but my vote is for Valverde. Yeah, I can see why you've done Valverde there because I believe Valverde is good enough. I think
Potter
look
is
at the job he done at
decent.
Barcelona when he was good as well. And then Potter is
Potter is
decent, but
decent,
he
but
doesn't
wouldn't have
have the appealing format for us. I want us to play. Yeah, but mate, let's be real. We just need a manager at this point. I think Levy wants attacking football, and
But
he
he's
wants
trying to
Potter will
striker
deliver that.
and
Like
just move.
trying to play some beautiful football. Obviously, their front men are like fucking. I could probably finish better than a lot of them. But yeah, and look at my roles. So yeah. Yeah, I think he'd be good. I think he'd be good, but I think we need to give both of them time. Nuno would also use Doherty. Yeah, probably. I'm not a
I
big
mean,
fan of Doherty. Let's be real.
Doxy is
He's
like.
average. Let's be real.
Do you think Kane will stay?
Oh, do I think Kane will stay?
I'm 50-50.
Do I think Kane will stay?
I'm 50-50 for that.
I think he will. And I know people are going to be like, oh, how can you say he's going to stay? look it,
Don't be
Levy
like
is
Kieran, guys.
strong. He's not for sale. We're going to keep him, I think, this summer. I think his contract runs like 2024, 2025. So he'll
Yeah.
probably keep him in until his like last year in his contract. His last
I'm
2 years.
50-50 with their
So
Kane leaving there. Because Man City have made an offer, but Man City have lost Aguero, but they still have Jesus. But I think Kane is coming. If Kane did sign it, he'd be the Aguero replacement.
yeah, I think obviously it'd be the Aguero replacement because I think they don't really have another striker. They don't obviously have the faith in Jesus to put him in that deal as
No.
well. But I think he's rejected the deal right now.
Yeah.
Um, I feel if we are going to sign Kane, he's going to use players in that deal. So, yeah. Anyway, so Bodie's put, yeah, but I don't think for what we've been struggling with, we could get better than Nuno or Potter. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the say no to no to Nuno on Twitter is a bit wrong because those are the same fans that think Pochettino, still think 10 fucking hogs still coming to the club, and that's not happening.
People think
Um,
Martinez and Gareth Southgate.
If Gareth Southgate happens, then I'm leaving this whole club because that's shit. But yeah, it's just the thought that what will happen, Bodie. But I think Martinez is also on the list.
Yeah, yeah.
I've also
He
seen
was,
that. If Martinez is on the list,
I think
I
he
don't think that's
was.
generally horrible, but I
I
don't
think he
think
got
it's
removed.
generally good. It's just average. Like,
I think he got
yeah,
moved.
Levy would
Maybe.
hire yes man manager, which I think
Who?
Nuno kind of is, but I think
Oh,
Potter I think is kind of perfect for us because I think he doesn't have a big ego. I think
yeah.
if you look at what he's done, um, so yeah,
Martinez
and
after
also oh
Euros.
yeah, you're
Anyway.
forgetting Deschamps and Mancini, and Luis Enrique.
Yeah. Also,
When you're talking about there.
there is also another man interested in available for the job, Jurgen Klinsmann. He has come out
Yeah, I saw
and
that. I saw Jurgen
he's come
Klinsmann
out.
actually.
I think it was, I don't know what it was, but someone like and said that he is interested in the job.
No,
And
basically what it was, I think on ESPN on BT Sport they did like this show, and
yeah,
he came out and said on it that he wanted to. He got rung by
manager.
Daniel Levy about the job, and he would be interested. But let's be real, Jurgen Klinsmann
He's
is
a
just.
manager.
Yeah, I don't want Jurgen Klinsmann. I'll be real with you.
He's not really much of a good manager, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can ask the American Tottenham fans like Toby and Liam. He was horrible for the USA. He didn't even
And also
qualify for the
Bobby
World Cup.
Lashley and Hertha Berlin.
Yeah, Hertha Berlin he got sacked at. I can't remember the club he was at after. I know he's at Bayern Munich for a little
Leipzig.
bit, wasn't he?
Leipzig.
Huh?
He was at Leipzig.
What was he? Leipzig,
Yeah, he
not
was for a
Leipzig.
bit. Leipzig.
Oh, okay,
Leipzig for a bit.
Leipzig. But yeah, yeah.
And then
I
he
think obviously he's not a
quit
great
all.
manager. Poor Ten
No.
Hag suits the rebuild. Yeah, they do all suit the rebuild, but only really two of them can join because I don't think Ten Hag is going to leave Ajax with his contract renewed. I think he'd be interested, but I don't think Levy will play that mic. Lewis,
Uh,
your mic is going weird. It's
uh,
not happening for me. Yeah, Skip can still play a big role, but Bergwijn is doubtful. Yeah, I've seen this.
yeah, but
Bergwijn, obviously, we want, I believe, Marcus Thuram. Or we're interested in Marcus Thuram. That's not really built yet from Borussia Mönchengladbach. But I've seen links with him, and apparently Bergwijn going to Ajax, which is quite a thing. Do you know what? I said to Max as well, I still have hope in Bergwijn. But I do feel that Marcus Thuram would be better because the thing with Bergwijn is he does everything, but his shooting is like just horrible. It's fucking shit, and like he's a good player, all round player. It's just his shooting is horrible. That's the only problem with Bergwijn, and I think at the end of the day, we need to seriously look at his shooting. Okay,
I mean for
Potter.
Skip, uh, um,
Why would
Skip,
Potter and Nuno deny this opportunity? No, I never said they deny the opportunity. I said Ten Hag probably has. So
going
yeah,
on Victoria's Skip point, people are saying that Skip would go back to would go back to Norwich, but I doubt he will.
Okay. Maybe it depends what happens. I think if we don't want him to obviously join us for this season and we want him to go back on loan, which I don't think is a good idea, then
Yeah,
I would
because he's not
reckon
playing
then he
us.
will probably go to Norwich. But I would keep Skip in my opinion. I think Nuno will
The
keep
sad
Skip.
thing is, if he goes on loan, he can't play for us because he'll be against his parent club.
What?
Because it's a rule you can't play. Whenever
No, it's
your
not a
loan,
rule. Basically, in the loan obligation, he in the loan. Well, they sometimes put it in the loan. It might not be in the loan, but he can't play against his parent club. But it's not
yeah,
sad,
that's what I
obviously,
meant.
because Skip's a good player. We don't want him to play against us for another team.
Mm.
So yeah, I think
So
yeah. But anyway, why would Nuno and Porto deny this opportunity, mate? I know they said they would. I'm just saying Ten Hag did probably. So yeah. I don't
and
think he'd
how's
want to
he
join, but I
from?
just think we pay so much money. Wait, let me read it out, Lewis. We need to offload a lot of players. Yeah.
Oh,
Berardi from Sassuolo would be a good wing. We can sign him. He is Italian priest who may strike a deal. Yeah, I actually agree with this. I think Berardi obviously has been really good in the Euros so far for Italy. Um, he made a really good run for their second goal against Switzerland. Um, in that game, and I think would he be the best winger? I mean, yeah. I think if we want to get Bale, I think Berardi would be a good option because I think we're gonna sell probably Lamella, Lucas possibly
uh,
as well to
and
Saudi Arabia,
Ali
huh?
probably could tell Ali.
Yeah, probably. But Ali's not a winger, he's a cam. So
No.
yeah, I think Berardi obviously probably. I think Berardi would be a good signing, but he just costs so much money. For 15 million, I don't know if that's a great transfer, but we'll see. But yeah, I agree with you. He could strike a deal there, Patrici, and apparently Ali must go this summer, and we should sell him for 30 for like 34 million. I don't think we could because I think 30-40 million for Ali would be too much. I know, obviously, he's like 24, but the COVID market, he's probably worth about 30 million, like you said. 30-25 million at best. I think that probably if Levy wants to push for 40 million, then yeah. Yeah, Son getting new deal is just good news. I have heard in the month. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Son getting a new contract is very good news, but we've known this since November. He was going
Yeah,
to sign a new deal.
but
But it looks like
it
it's
would
being
be better
finalised now.
on the day that on the day he was going to sign it. It should have been signed.
Hmm?
On the day he was going to sign the contract, when remember when it all happened, but it would have been better if they just announced it, moved on, and just signed it.
He hasn't signed it, no, because they've been in negotiations with him. So they haven't finished negotiations, but now they have. Because they probably haven't had a lot of time because the season going on, so they've just negotiated it now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's deal's apparently been struck. That's big news, especially if Kane leaves as well.
that will
Two
probably be
years
his.
back, Ali worth. Yeah, I do agree. No, I wouldn't say 80 to 100 million. I think that's what we would have sold him for, but I don't think anyone would have paid that for Ali 2 years back. Um, this is just facts. 16, 17, it is true.
Foden was like, um, he was like 16 then, wasn't
No, he means Foden now, 16,
he?
17, Ali over that Foden.
No.
So yeah, you're spitting facts. Like all these English pundits saying like, oh Rooney, he's with the best English player since Rooney. Like no, not really, because we've seen Ali. He's not the best English youngster. I know Ali did do well, but yeah, on the verge, likely done. Yeah, most likely. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. Ali replaced Rooney in England squad, mate. Yeah, I know. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you, Lewis, for
No
joining me
problem.
today. And yeah, we've had some technical difficulties, but it's been a fun ride.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you later. Also, tomorrow there will be a video coming out on montages of next season. It may come out tomorrow, it may come out Sunday. I don't know yet, but it will be coming out this week,
Who
so stay
knows?
tuned for that. Who knows? Anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys. Bye.